best bits about the Microsoft 365 platform has always been its extensibility story, those app integrations from services that you've already procured as a customer, or even down to vendor products that add additional capabilities to the environment. How does the Viva Connections experience really help somebody personalize and tailor this experience to their own needs? You mentioned already that the Teams app, the organization can tailor the experience, but what sort of personalized level considerations do we have with Connections?
Yeah, I mean, much like SharePoint intranets have been for a while, they can be targeted and therefore personalized to the individual employee by role, by basically by AAD group, and so that appears in the feed of Viva Connections, and it appears in the dashboard in terms of which cards appear. And then individual modules within Viva Connections, of course, are entirely personalized. If you choose to implement your payroll system such that it shows up in Viva Connections, it better show you your payroll when you look at it. And so, that's what we're making sure we can hook up, and sort of the context of the user is passed along to both the first party and third party development story.
Great.
I mean, we've learned for years that employee experiences need to be contextualized and personalized to the individual user. I think we debate sometimes how much how much you should be able to reorder cards and that type of thing versus sort of it's automatically dynamic and personalized. And we'll have a mix of both.
And do you think this evolution of that intranet experience is really, taking the branding and the tone and the things that are about that diversity and inclusion aspect and the whole kind of culture of an organization? Do you think this next step with Connections is supporting the marketing team and the communications team achieving some of those aspects?
Yeah, I mean, from the 5 years ago when we started the Future of SharePoint event, branding and allowing organizations to express their look and feel and their brand to their employees has been part of the vision. And every quarter we release more innovation to allow more detailed branding, from color scheme to icons to layout to headers, et cetera. And that all pulls through to Viva Connections. Like very few none. It's actually interesting. We just saw a preview deployment of Viva Connections desktop, and that organization chose to have on the homepage the word Viva Connections, and we were like, oh wow, I guess we did a really good job with branding. They had called the app something named to their company, but they were we didn't envision Viva Connections necessarily needing. In fact, it doesn't need to be an end user brand or end user name. Like, you brand it, and then sure, our help documentation for IT to install it gives it something to be named. But like the whole point was to allow people to express their organization's brand, and it's coming from their organization. That is an incredibly important way of contextualizing it. Like, this is the home in Microsoft Teams, that the organization gets to name, customize, and make feel like it's from their own. So, that's up to the end. It's sort of fun because it's up to the organizations to choose how far to go there and what it looks like. And I always like to keep a good running tab of all the sort of clever names of intranets that people manage to come up with that are, sort of combine together their company name with the word net or anything like that. Or like if they have something that's, about the products that they make, they, name it cleverly after that. It's just super cool.
Yeah, we went very literal with ours and the product line work. The work hub is exactly where you start, and that's our route.
We see the whole thing, but it's. I was just talking with the team. It's part of the joys of working on this is inspiring the creativity of others. I know that sounds like a bit of a platitude, but like when I think of what I get up in the morning, like we build an app and a platform, and we build both. But one of the joys of building something that's not just an on-the-box app is that how much it inspires the creativity from our customers, the organizations they work with, and partners, and seeing that is super cool. So
yeah, it's certainly great to be on the other side of that and use the platform to deliver those experiences. It's so comprehensive and fundamentally well aligned today. I mean, it's, as you say, this journey on that modern intranet experience. I feel personally that Connections is adding that final leap where we're taking that intranet right to where somebody's doing their job. That Connections into Teams is, the last hurdle that many organizations had in really making their intranet a core channel and information source. So I think it's a brilliant step forward.